I'm on live. I was letting you know. Ugh. Cut on some lights. Go have a seat on. Where are my comments? Okay. Hi, you guys. Hi, you guys. I missed you all also. I was in the middle of making videos for you guys, and it was like, I don't know what's going on. My phone was taking so long because I was trying to do a video, probably like 6 or 7 videos, y'all. And it was like taking so long that I'm like, nah, I'm about to jump on live real quick. Cause like, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to look at you guys' comments, some messages. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Hi, Ayana. Hi, Dominique. You've been real MIA. Yes, I have. Don't y'all know that I did not know I was gone for 2 months until I just looked at my last video? Like, I did not know I was gone for that long. But I've been trying to get myself together, health-wise, everything, mentally, physically, everything. So I had to take a little break to just, you know, focus on myself for a minute. Remember I told you about Jazz? Get a new car, it came true. And hey, yeah, Jazz, she claimed, well, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest about that, guys. A lot of you guys wrote me and was like, do I think that Jazz bought Tay the car? I'm gonna be honest. I think that Tay bought herself that car. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like Tay has pretty much known from the beginning, you know, like she pretty much known from the beginning, like what she wanted or what she, you know what I mean? Like she probably, when she got into this whole Tay and Jazz thing and she knew like Tay was making, not Tay, but Jazz was making a lot of money, she probably already told Jazz from the beginning, like, we gonna be 50-50 or 40-60 or something. Like, I don't think that Jazz just keeps all the money from Tay and Tay has to ask Jazz for money. I don't really get that vibe with them. I think that Tay is real, like, she real aggressive, not aggressive in a bad way, but she, as far as like head-wise, she knows what she wants and she knows how to get it. So I don't think that she had to go to Jazz for a car. Jazz bought the car. I think that Tay got her own money out of the whole Jazz and Tay thing. What's up, Big Sam? I miss you guys too. Hey, Charla. Hey, Bridget. I was about to go crazy without y'all, like, really. Hey, Shantae. I see you don't have them hot Cheetos. No, I got to let them hot Cheetos go. I got to. People need to realize that Tay is making money from that channel as well. Exactly, Marie. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they acting like, a lot of people are acting like, you know, Jazz ain't giving Tay no money off of that channel. And I don't get that. A lot of people be in situations like that, to be honest. But I don't get that vibe from, you know, from Tay, that she just gonna sit back and let Jazz make all that money that she making and Jazz not finna give her nothing, or not Jazz not finna give her cut. I don't feel like that, because if y'all notice, Jazz don't even post, if I'm not mistaken, she don't even post on her separate channel. Like, she just posts on the Tay and Jazz channel. So, on the Jazz and Tay channel. So I don't think that, you know, that Tay not getting her cut, especially she dropped out of college. She stopped working. So y'all think that she gonna stop working and drop out of college and she not get her half? No. What's up, Jared? Okay, so what y'all want to talk about first? What do y'all want to talk about first? I put some topics up in the title of this live. I put some topics in there, but we could talk about some other stuff also. If I like have kept up with the people or whatever. Hey man, Tanguous Lindsay. Hey Kevin, missed you guys. Also missed you. I also got another video that I was uploading, but it was taking so freaking long that I said I'm just gonna get. It was about the what I think about Corey and Carmen versus Nick and King and whose side I'm on and all of that. Yeah. Clarence versus Chris beef. Hey Brenda. Okay, so with the Clarence NYC versus Chris beef, I feel like Chris is okay. Before I even talk about that, for those of you who know who Abby is, Abby Nicole, the girl, basically the hair. I don't know if I could say like hairstylist or makeup artist, but I missed you too, Melody. Abby Nicole, the one who Queen was into it with the spicy V-Day celebration thing. What do you guys think about her basically being like Chris's #1 fan now that her and Queen had a falling out? What do you guys think about that? I feel like Queen only added fuel to the fire in the situation instead of diffusing it. Okay, what I feel about that is I want to give a mature answer, but I got to be honest. I'm the type of person, y'all, that you can't keep poking me with a stick. And, okay, for one, you guys have to put yourselves in Queen's situation with dealing with Chris as a whole. Chris knows and has admitted, but doesn't act as if he did any wrong to her. And I'm not just stating the cheating stuff. I'm talking about wrong altogether. He's still doing wrong and speaking ill on that girl's name when she'd have been a bigger person in so many situations till it's not funny, to the point where I literally wanted to jump through the phone, through the computer screen and be like, Queen, if you don't get some guts and tell Chris a little something, but she always has taken the higher and godly road. So when somebody keep poking, and then Chris, in a sense, okay, when Chris moved on with Parker, Queen wasn't that female that was trying to run this girl off from Chris. But now that Chris thinks that Clarence and Queen is together, in a sense, it's like he throws his little shots at Clarence and say stuff here and there about Clarence and stuff. And, you know, so Queen probably feel as if like, okay, if I'm not bothering who you messing with now that we not together, why are you coming for these people? Why are you saying the stuff you saying? Chris also made the statement and said that Clarence's sister added him, or that woman did not add him. Yes, everybody know who she was talking about, and it was the truth. Be original. But she did not put Chris's name. Chris and Parker have literally made videos where they're throwing shots at Queen, and Queen has not said anything. But as soon as Clarence's sister throws a shot at Chris is, oh, why is you talking about me anyway? Why is you talking about me? Why do you talk about Queen still? Why do you talk about Clarence still? Why do you do the things that you do? You know, like, I feel like she's trying to be relevant, so to speak, as in everything they do, she has to comment on publicly. I feel like, and let me tell y'all something when it comes to Abby. When the whole situation happened, for those who was on my live, when we talked about the whole situation that happened, you know, when Clarence and Patti and Queen was coming at Abby, y'all know I was team Abby. I was like, you know, they wrong for that. They should have let Queen handle the situation. They should not have done that. Queen should have handled it better with Abby on getting her money and all of that. But when I start noticing people that start doing things in a fake manner. Like, you were so, because at first, you guys know when it was announced that she would be doing Queen's hair also along with Airy for the Spicy V-Day, you know, everybody basically was telling Queen, like, oh no, she was talking crap about you. Why are you utilizing her for that? Then she said, I talked to Queen, oh, da-da-da-da-da. Her and Queen was cool. Then when they have a falling out, you go right back to the side of the person who, I don't know. I don't even know how to put it into words, but you guys get what I'm saying. You get the drift. It's like, that's a flip-flopper to me. If you like Chris so much, then what was wrong with you with you liking Chris and Queen at the same time? Why do people feel like I can only like one or the other? If I like Chris, I can't like Queen. If I like Queen, I can't like Chris. No, if you're a real person, if you dig both of them, you dig both of them. If you don't like neither one of them, you don't like neither one of them. Or if you like one or the other and not the other one, then that's cool. But she has been showcasing that she has been a flip-flopper. So it's been kind of turning me off from being a supporter of Abby's, because I really have started watching her lives and just supporting her and watching her content and different things like that. But when I see like it's not that you genuinely, in my opinion, love Chris's work or his music. You know, I think that it's just because you had that falling out with Clarence, Patti, and Queen. Now it's like, oh, I'm going to hurt them and I'm going to support Chris. When it's like, okay, like Chris was even on one of her lives today, come in on one of her lives. And I'm like, y'all faker than a $3 bill. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. I feel like it's not genuine, even though I love her. Yes. And that's how I feel. I grew to really like Abby, but I just feel like it's just not genuine. Queen should have stayed out of it. She has to have somewhat of a relationship with him because that's her baby's father. That's the truth. But at the same time, I'm this type of person. You know, we have a lot of people in the world that basically will tell you to take bull crap. Like, they will tell you to just to take being battered just for the sake of a child. And I'm not saying that that's not the truth. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that at the end of the day, if you do not stand for something, you will fall for anything. And that's just the truth. That's a quote that I love and I live by. Because if you continuously let someone bully you, because the things that Chris does to Queen, and I'm not even I'm not team Queen, pro Queen. I like Queen, and in certain things that she do that I don't like, and I always address it. But I can't sit here and lie and say that Chris does not bully that girl a lot of the time. Like, Chris can go around here and do whatever he want to do, and soon as Queen doing what she want to do, Chris got so much to say, and oh, you don't love yourself because you had 3 surgeries. Is anybody telling Chris the same thing that they trying to tell Queen? Because honestly, I've seen a lot of comments where people are saying, well, Queen should have never got into it with him because that's the father of her child. But are y'all writing under Chris's stuff, telling Chris, like, that's the mother of your child? Why would you disrespect her like that? You know, at the end of the day, I don't see that. I see a lot of people coming at Queen saying, oh, Queen, you taking Clarence side over your baby dad's side and da-da-da. And it's like, okay, but y'all not telling Chris that that's not, or do you know, that's not right for you to come at Queen and say the things that you're saying, when half of the reason the girl probably got the surgery in the first place because you made her feel like she needed to get the surgery. And if you didn't tell her, encourage your woman at the time that she felt like, my man loved every inch of me, I don't got to get this surgery, or whatever you want to say, then why you got something to say now? Is my point of view. Okay, you was right. Queen needs to step up. She can only be nice for so long. And that's what I'm saying. Like, she should have did it privately if there was attention. I'm going to tell y'all the type of person I am. You know, I'm this type of person. I don't mind handling nothing in privacy because I'm grown. And I would recommend anybody, if you have any type of situation with anybody, no matter what the relationship is, whether it's a stranger, I would say handle something in private. But when you have somebody that's trying to put on a show and trying to sit there and shine and you keep turning the other cheek, you keep turning this cheek, you keep turning that cheek, and they keep poking, or keep coming at you, keep coming at the people around you, keep trying to make everything that's a blessing to you, everything but a blessing because they are miserable. I'm not going to keep handling nothing in the privacy of anything, because if you want to keep being that type of person, you can't expect me to be the nicest person to you when you just keep poking me. Like, you can only poke somebody for so long before they strike, before it's just like when people be in these schools and bullying is going on. You know, y'all can only expect that person to take so much before they literally blows up. And I'm not making excuses for the school shootings and the different things that's going on in the world right now, but just me growing up, I'm thankful that I wasn't one of the people that was bullied in school, nor was I a bully. But I saw a lot of bullying going on to the point where I knew people that killed themselves because of bullying. I knew people that brought knives to school, brought guns to school. Luckily, they got caught, but it was all because of bullying. Y'all can't keep saying Queen needs to be a bigger person. Queen needs to do something in the privacy of a conversation or the privacy of a phone call or whatever, because you know, that's her child's father. Y'all need to be on Chris's page and telling him at the end of the day, your son is not going to respect you because you're being very disrespectful to his mother. And he's going to be able to go back and pull these things up, you know, but nobody I haven't seen a handful of people telling Chris those things. They just got mad because they felt like Queen was protecting Clarence. Well, really, she wasn't really protecting Clarence. She said what she said because, Chris made the statement, somebody tell that he, she, or that, why is that he, she, or whatever it is talking or something like that. So, yeah. Let's see where we are. He was wrong for exposing her on her surgeries. Patti forever involving himself in stuff that has nothing to do with him. Now, with the whole Patti jumping in, I'm going to be honest, I love me some Patti. My love kind of went down when the whole Abby situation happened. But, take a breath, but Patti was kind of lame in this situation. Like, I was like, Patti. Like, and let me say this while it's on my mind. Because every video that I saw that quoted what Clarence was saying, Clarence was not saying beloved. If you guys are familiar with Iyanla Vanzant, she is on the Oprah network, the OWN network. Iyanla Fits My Life. On that show, she calls people beloved. So when I was reading his tweets, I was laughing because I actually got what he was saying and it was funny. But people was like, beloved. Who says beloved? It's not beloved, it's beloved. So it was a joke. But yeah, but Patti could have stayed out of this situation because what he was saying was really like lame. He put the little Franklin picture up. It's like we done already did that joke 80 times, Patti. But, you know, that's his homeboy. Those his people. So, and then y'all saw Von jumped in and talking about, I got my boy back. I'm like, Von, you better jump ship like Armand and Trey and other people that did when it come to Chris. Because, yeah. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe to Company Music Talk. Thank you so much, Jared. Thank you for that. I'm still wondering why she didn't say anything about Airy not paying. Are you talking about Abby? Y'all, do y'all see that new wig that Airy got on? Why the first thing I thought in my head when I saw that wig is that the wig that Abby did for her or gave Airy? Because y'all remember that spicy V-Day wig? It's very similar to that. So I doubt it, but it's very similar to that. And then, I don't know. But I think that Airy probably handled the situation behind closed doors with Abby. Because Abby said something at first about Airy and then she just stopped talking about it. But she continued to talk about Queen. So I think that her and Airy might have handled the situation behind closed doors. Or maybe Airy sent the wig back to her. I don't know. Exactly, because Trey remained friends with Queen and Chris. Well, that was until he found out Chris was fake. And that's what I'm saying, you know. But sometimes you have to find stuff out on your own. You can't tell people like, oh, he's fake or da-da-da. But my thing is this. Why did people feel like Chris was anything but fake? Like, I'm just being honest. For my guys out there, and my girls, but mostly my guys, if you have a homeboy and he always sitting up there cheating on his wife, his significant other, those are showcases that he doesn't have loyalty, especially when it's a wife and he has a child or kids involved. He doesn't have loyalty to his family. So what makes you think that he has a sense of loyalty to you as a homeboy when he doesn't even have a sense of loyalty to his wife and his family that he go home to every night? The wife that he lays in the bed with every day or every other day, you know, he doesn't even have loyalty to her, but you think that he has a sense of loyalty to you. So when it came out that Chris was talking about Armand and Trey, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised. So many people were shocked and surprised, like, oh my God. I'm like, why are we talking about Chris? Why are y'all so shocked? Like, I miss you. I missed you too, Michelle. With the little pretty hearts. He's bullying her now, trying to get a reaction out of her by keep posting her car. And I'm glad you see that, Sean's Life, because people are acting stupid and idiotic once again. Oh, Chris said he paid the insurance on the car. It'd be so much stuff that probably goes on behind the scenes that Queen probably. And then my thing is this: if I ask you to take my name off of a lease, and for one, I'm gonna say this on Queen part, because Queen crazy. When we got our divorce, it would have been in our divorce settlement that you take my name off of the lease, or I pay you a certain amount, or I pay for my name to get off of that lease. That would have been the first thing I did when I got my first YouTube check, when my channel got big, how her channel has gotten since the breakup with her and Chris. I would have paid to get my name off that lease. If you didn't want the car, you should have just went ahead and gave him the car back. You should have sold the car to Airy. You should have sold the car, took the car with you, took the car where your mom at, put the car in storage. You should have did something, because, and then your second mistake was letting Chris put his name on all your stuff. That he had a right to go back and get your Jeep and stuff, talking about, I might just get a Jeep away. But y'all really see her talking about people hold grudges against Chris because he cheated, and you can forgive people who cheated. No. It's not about just the fact that Chris cheated, because that's not any of our business. That went on between him and Queen. My issue is this person has proven the type of person that he is throughout the actions that he illustrate all the time. And it goes way far beyond just cheating. He shows us that all the time, his true colors. Have you listened to Airy version of DDG arguments? I have. I actually just posted a video giving my review on it. I wanted to do she did this on her page. Thank you so much, Dominique Graham, for answering that. Y'all rock. I swear y'all do. But yeah, I wanted to do a reaction video, but then I was watching Abby and her friends Kay's reaction earlier. And they was like, she had these little slits in there, like every 10 seconds or every 8 seconds, do the copyright stuff. And was like, she didn't want to get it flagged and striked and all this. I'm like, I'm not finna go through all that. I'm sorry. Like, and then I had already listened to it also. So yeah, I was like, I'll just do a review. Queen and Clarence have grown on me tremendously. Queen has is more private with her life, which I like. And Clarence has definitely opened up in their videos. Their vibe is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I would have to agree with you, ASAP Naya. I would have to agree with you. I do still think that Clarence is boring, but I think that when he's with Queen, Queen really opens Clarence up in a type of way that he's not opened up when he's not around Queen, even when he's with Patti. I think that Queen and Clarence, like I said, I agree with you. Queen and Clarence have definitely, you know, grown on me. And then I feel also, like you said, that Queen has started to be more private with her life, which I totally respect her for that. She has become more private than she was when she was with Chris, which I think is a good thing, and which I think also keeps people guessing. And allows people to have an opinion, but they really don't know, what's going on. Like, we can only, imagine like what's really going on. And I think that's what pretty much keeps the excitement in their videos when they are flirting or when they upload videos and we don't really know quite what's going on versus just knowing everything that's going on. I think that keeps it a little bit more, I don't even want to use the word spicy, so I'm not going to use the word spicy. But it keeps us a little bit more curious, I think. And for real, Queen have yet went ham on Chris after all she been through with that guy. She needs to lawyer up. I think she did lawyer up, but I know that they are officially divorced, but I don't understand how when she went through her divorce proceedings, how she did not get her name off of that lease. Like, I'm not understanding it. Like, bruh, like, I'm not Queen, sir. Like, I'm not understanding it. Because ain't no way me and whoever finna have a divorce, we finna go through a divorce and my name finna still be on the lease and I'm not living in the house. So anything that Chris does to that house, anything that happens to that house, your name is going to be involved in it because your name is still on that lease. Like, I don't understand. And then Clarence did say that Queen asked Chris to take her name off of the lease, but it doesn't work like that. Like, you don't have to ask nobody to take your name off of no lease. If you want your name off of a lease, you can make that happen. You can contact the realty company or the landlord or whoever and let them know, like, me and the person that signed this lease, we're going through a divorce. What do I need to pay you? Or what do I need to do lawyer-wise or attorney-wise to get my name off of the lease because I'm no longer residing in the state of Texas. I'm no longer residing in the city of Houston, and I'm no longer with this person legally. So, yeah. And notice how quick Chris was to mention fighting. Seems like he has a deeper problem and waiting for this moment to come at Claire. Yeah, he has a deeper problem because a lot of times with people who are like Chris, they will sit there and do wrong in a situation. And not just men, a lot of women do the same. I've seen women do it too. They will sit there and cheat on their significant other and say, oh, you move on, we move on, da 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 da. But as soon as the person actually moves on, they're in their feelings, acting like they didn't just cause this whole breakup in the first place. Like, it could have been anybody that Queen got with. And then I think also, I feel like Chris is kind of intimidated by Clarence. Like, he throws out there and says, Clarence, you stay in your mom's basement and this and this and this and this. But do I feel like, let's be honest, do we feel like Clarence has to stay in his mom's basement? No. We all know Clarence don't got to stay in his mom's basement. We know Queen don't have to stay in the basement with Clarence in his mom's house. Like, we know that. So by him saying those things, it's like he's trying to insult Clarence. And when he couldn't get a rise out of Clarence, then he like, I don't want to say nothing else if you don't want to fight. That's a person that can't use their words, that's not really smart intellectually wise. And so they just resort to, let's fight. Let's, and I'm not gonna lie, I too have been a victim in my ratchet ways and been in a situation where I got frustrated and I said, if you're not gonna fight, then shut up, and I was wrong and God worked on me through that. But you have to learn, like, if I can intellectually use my words to say, get my point across, I don't have to always put my hand on nobody. Like, we all get too grown and too old for let's fight. Like, Chris, sit down somewhere. You should have been fighting that cough. That's what you should have been fighting. Let's see. To be honest, Patti is a funny person, but he's donkey to Shrek. Em and Von said they moving back to Houston. I don't know why at this point, Sienna. I don't know why I am still subscribed to Von and Em and Von. I loved Em and Von when they used to, like, and I got my eyes closed. Y'all probably like, why you got your, because I'm just like, you got that twitch and you just like, I don't even know why I'm still subscribed to them. They content is stupid to me. Their content is boring. And don't get me wrong, they do a lot of stuff that a lot of other YouTubers do, but when they not, I liked them when they was around the game and the game brought something and they brought something to the game. But It ain't happening, bro. Like I don't really fool with, and it's not even it's the stupid stuff that I clearly, like when she did that whole give me I'm trying to see what word I should use for my young viewers. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oral activity. When they did that whole thing and she let Von, because I know let Von, she had to have let Von talk her into doing that stupid prank to what she looking like a fool on her knees on a freaking mattress that's on the floor. A freaking mattress, the mattress part, the bed. I don't even know what to say. When they on a freaking mattress on the floor and she on her knees and he jumping up like Trey say from Chris and Trey, you going outside, M. Like, I don't even know why I'm still subscribed to them, to be honest, because I don't like them as a channel anymore, honestly. Okay. Airy had a sew in for Spicy V-Day. But that was actually a wig. What it was, now they're actually sewing the wigs in. Like back in the day when people used to wear wigs, it used to just be like a wig. Now they could sew the wig in, glue the wig in, like you could do all of that. What she said was, I think she said Airy had a wig because like the front of Airy hair, I think Airy had already had like some hair on her head. And if you guys go back to the videos, if they're up or not, because I think I was watching on live or I don't know, but she basically sold like not big, but she sold like this wig. I don't know if it was a half wig or wig, but she kept this part of it, of Airy's hair in what she already had in her hair, and then she put the wig and sewed that in. Cause she said on one of her, she said in the live when she was into it with Queen and Clarence and Patti that she had did a wig for Airy. And then if you guys actually go to her page and look at the video that she was talking about what happened with her friend Kay, she says it in that video too that it was a wig. And then you could tell, like, I don't know, I'm not saying that that's the wig that I'm pretty sure it's not the wig that she had on that Abby did, but it's just, that was my first thought when I seen it because the color is basically the same. I don't feel sorry for neither of them. I'm just hoping they make it right for baby CJ. To be honest with you, I'm just happy that Queen mom has baby CJ. If you guys have been watching my content for a minute now, you guys know that I said on a couple videos that I felt like Queen should not give baby CJ to her mom, but as far as how they always had baby CJ going from this person to this house to this person to that person and, all of that. And I always said that Queen should, basically let her mom be, I guess, her nanny when she's not able to be at home. Do I feel like Queen can definitely be at home more than she's at home with her son? I do. Do I feel like Queen has a lot of work to do and, all the things she has going on? I do feel that too. But I feel like even the busiest person can make time for what they want to do. And that's just how I feel. But I am happy that baby CJ is with, her mom. And I know her mom is going to, or I would hope that her mom would make sure that baby CJ is straight more than anybody else that he's been around. And that's just what I feel. Now, Chris' sister and brother involved. They always get involved. Like, I thought Tina and Terrell, well, not even Terrell, but I thought people always gave Tina, slack for like getting involved with things with Chris and Queen. But I swear his sisters and brother always jumping in something concerning them. Always. And if you search up their divorce papers online, it mentions domestic violence. Are you serious? Somebody need to send that screenshot to me. Seriously. Chris is miserable. He keeps saying he cheated and made a mistake, but let's not forget he told that girl he didn't want her and called her insecure for staying. Now you're jealous because she bossed up. Exactly, Shorty Doo-Wop. Like, that's the part of someone that clearly has a problem within themselves, honestly, because you could just tell Chris is not happy with himself. And I think what happened with Chris and Queen is that Chris Okay, I'm just, this is just what I observed from oh my knee. This is what I just noticed from looking at older pictures of them and stuff like that. Y'all, like, Chris really wasn't all that cute. Like, I'm just being honest. He wasn't all that cute when, like, they was back in Detroit. Like, he was never a bad looking guy, but he wasn't, he didn't glow up until they really got the money, which is coming. So, you ever heard of the saying, I was never ugly, I was broke? I'm not saying he was ugly, but you get what I'm saying. So, basically, I think when they were in their hometown of Detroit, Queen was like, because Queen is, she's that mixed girl, black and mixed with what she's mixed with. She's light skinned and all this stuff. A lot of times in small towns or these little ratchet cities and states and stuff, honestly, because it's like that here, they put these girls like that on these pedestals. So if you guys remember Chris saying, oh, Queen was, my whole life was about Queen was my all, Queen this, Queen that, I was all about Queen. But then you notice as they start getting fame, they start getting money, they start getting this and that. Chris started buying nice shoes, nice clothes, these cars, this house, all this stuff. His whole attitude and mentality changed. So it's like a lot of people, what's that saying that people say? You're only as faithful as your options. Meaning a lot of people are faithful when they feel like they got the best that they can get. But then when they feel like, oh, it's more out there, I can get these type of girls, I can get these type of guys, oh, I can get this model, I can get this. And they, because in videos, Queen said she would see him on Instagram liking these girls and these half-naked girls and models and Instagram models and they pictures and all these things like that. And then he started to change. So it's like, psychologically, I can definitely see like what pretty much happened with them. Most people just think, oh, Chris was this, Chris. I can psychologically see like what it was. Because a lot of people go through that where it's like when he thought Queen was the best he can get, he was treating Queen like a queen. But then when it's like, okay, I can get this and I can get that, or I can get more, I can get this girl and she look better, or this is this. You only as faithful as your options. Queen better be careful. He's so scandalous. I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to get full custody of baby CJ just to get some child support. Man out here acting like a scorned woman. I definitely can see that happening, honestly, which I don't understand why he would do that, because he stay in a club. Like, honestly, I don't feel like Chris or Queen is making enough time for baby CJ, but I can give Queen a little bit of slack because she does have business that she has to handle. She actually has legit business outside of YouTube and clubbing that she has to handle. But I still think that the same way that I can jump on a flight and go back to New York and do this and do, all these other things, or if something happening in LA, I can jump on a flight and go to LA. I would have to be jumping on that same flight to go to Atlanta or Alabama or wherever to see my baby. Like, that's just me. I'm just sorry. Okay. I just wish Queen wouldn't show Clarence how much she likes him. I want to see him come to her a little more. I actually agree, Shorty Doo-Wop. I hate when girls show guys like they are so in lust, and I don't mean love, I mean lust, and so in lust with them, because then you put it in a guy's head. Most guys, not all guys, that like they can just do what they want to do, they can have their way with you, because you just letting them know too early on, like, oh my God, I'm infatuated with you, instead of pretty much just trying to, let them come to you a little bit. Watch Clarence's last 2 Q&As. Chris really think Queen owed him something. She moved on peacefully. Let him keep the channel money. What more can you want from her? How are you asking her to pay rent when you took money she worked for? Exactly. It's like, bruh, you need to pay for the rent with the money that you still making off of me. Like, he's still making money off of old Chris and Queen videos, because all those videos are not on her channel. They're on his channel now, So it's like, if you don't take that, and then he's saying something fraudulent was on his bank account. I'm not even finna go there, because I can only imagine with Chris. I'm sorry, but if I was Queen, I would have never gave that Chris and Queen channel page up. you know what it made me think about? Because I had the same attitude, Melanie, but it made me think about, if you guys are familiar with Tina Turner, when if you watch the movie Tina Turner and she went to court and she told the judge, I don't want anything from Ike, just give me my name. Meaning just give me my stage name. I'll make more money, let him have the house, the cars, the money. I just want to get away. I think that's what Queen was with Chris. It's like, you can have a house, you can have a channel, you can have whatever. I'll build from the bottom and go back up to the top. I just want to get away from you at this point. So I can't really blame her on that. Like, just posted a prank on Abby. He did the Give Me Flight. And Abby? I know y'all lying. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I like M and Von back with DMB Nation. Have you seen Jazz's new music video? I have not. I want to do some reactions, but I don't, like, since I've been gone from YouTube, I've been seeing so many people, like, when they've been doing these reactions and stuff, these people literally have been striking their channels, have been flagging their videos for copyright, all this stuff. And I'm just like, this is more publicity for your stuff. Like, do y'all not realize that? Like, that's free publicity. I don't know. Von have her doing them sexual pranks, most likely. She was so innocent and cute back in Indiana. That's what I'm thinking, Melanie, because if you guys just really pay attention to M is not that type of person. She's just so, she seems so freaking sweet and so, like, timid and so just, I don't know. And it's like, Von is just like, I don't know. No. Hey, I miss you. Hey, Samira, miss you too. Her mom has a YouTube. I absolutely adore her mom. Melanie, I'm not going to lie. When I first seen Queen's mom and a lot of stuff, I prejudged Queen's mom. And I'm sorry for judging. I should not have done that. Like you said, I absolutely adore Queen's mom. Queen's mom, I could just feel her spirit through whatever I'm watching. If I'm watching on a tablet, I'm watching on the phone, I'm watching what, I can literally feel her spirit through her YouTube videos. She is such a warm-hearted, nice, just God-fearing. Like, she is so awesome of a mother. I can just see that. And I'm, like I said, that's why I'm so happy that baby CJ is really, you know, with her mom right now, because I feel like that's where he really, it seems like when he's with her mom, he has his head on a little bit straight. Like, she corrects a lot of things that he does that's wrong. He's more calm. He's more just everything, you know, he's not doing all that yelling, that screaming. He just seems more just relaxed and okay when he's with her mom. I missed you, it's Miguel. Hi, Coolin. Did you see how Warner Brothers have Armani Trey on their artist list? I did see that on, I think it was on All Tea, All Shade, Melanie. And they new video, they new song, y'all. Forever. OMG. I love that song. That song is like, I can't hate on Armani Trey, baby. They doing that. How you come back from that drama with Chris, baby? Drop that video, drop that song, drop that banger. Like, I can't even hate on it. That's an awesome. Like, I love that song. And the video, the visual is awesome. Let's see. I think Queen needs to buy a house close to her mom so that when she's not doing business, she can be at home with baby CJ instead of going to live with Clarence. I just feel like if you're going to say that you're moving to New York, I feel that why not have your own place? You know, so you can ask your mom sometimes when she has baby CJ, hey, can you fly out? Let me fly you out and let me see CJ, you know, but you don't have that option when you're literally staying in someone else's home and in the basement, you know, at that, as nice as it is, it's, you know, still someone's home in a basement. So you don't really have that option to sit there and have your mom and Tina and Terrell and baby CJ all in the basement with you and Clarence. Like, I don't know. When Clarence said grown men shouldn't bully women and was the same guy who went on live with Patti to tag team Abby, that was pretty hypocritical. I can't lie. Abby was coming for him on live first, though, trying to make it seem like he was some crackhead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I remember, y'all, Abby was like, what she say? She said, you want me to tell it? You want me to tell it? Queen said that you better get Clarence some weed or he's going to go crazy. Thank you for getting his weed. I'm like, what? What? Like, oh my goodness. Calling him short, etc. Chris called out leader manager out of nowhere. CJ is talking and acting so much better now that he is with her mom. Yes, he is. His, even like you said, his speech is getting so much better. So much better. Von is a follower. He gets around Damien and Chris and expect that he's going to beat him. Von, I'm going to just go on to the next one. Queen is moving to Atlanta or probably already moved. She hasn't given us an update yet. I don't know if Queen is moving to Atlanta because Queen has said that she is, I don't know why I'm sitting here with my knee in this position. Okay. I don't know if Queen is moving to Atlanta because y'all know she said on several occasions that she was moving to New York. So I don't know. I think it would be a good move for her to move to Atlanta. I think that she's putting so much into not wanting to be away from Clarence that she's not looking at the bigger picture. Because like I said, I acknowledge that you're working, but to me, it seems like you working more in LA because y'all keeps catching flights and going to LA. You working more in LA than you doing in New York. I think, you know, it's a convenience that her manager is there and then Clarence is there. But I feel like as a manager, if Queen now has changed your life and stuff, it's like, as my manager, would you not want to move where I'm moving to? Would you not want to, you know, move to where I can conveniently see my family and my son now that I'm making you so much money? You know, but I think that a lot of it concerns Clarence, that I think that, you know, she knows that Clarence is not going to just stay somewhere else besides New York because his mom stays there and that's where he stays. So I think that's why she's just trying to conveniently say, oh, I have to be in New York and da-da-da-da-da. Flight and Abby, yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. Flight needs to get checked out for bipolar. That boy be flipping out. I really do think that Flight is bipolar. I really do. I really do think he is. Her mom is really God-loving. Is really a God-loving mother. I got a different look at her when Queen, two old friends, said things about her. Now that she has a channel, I see the truth. Yeah. I did notice in Queen's brother and sister's video, baby CJ is potty trained now. That's so awesome. That is so awesome because I'm not gonna say a name because I'm just not. I'm not, for my own personal reasons, but these people, these YouTubers, they think that having, and I probably should have did a video on this, but I'm going to speak it right here because I can't promise that I'm going to do a video as slow as these videos been uploading on YouTube and stuff and editing and stuff. But these people be thinking that, they think that having kids is something to get more subscribers or to play around with. And it frustrates me because when I see these kids and they going on 3 and 4, 2, like later part of 2, because at the beginning part of 2, of course, a child is still potty trained, and all kids are not going to be potty trained when they turn 2. But my child fortunately was, like, right before she turned 2, she was fully potty trained. But I know that a lot of kids are not going to be at that point fully potty trained. But when a child is 3 and up or turning 3 or so, at least let that child be in a pull-up. And I don't mean go buy pull-ups, but then the child just peeing in the pull-up like it's a pamper. I have seen in a recent couple of weeks, certain YouTubers, they kids are 3 and up, and they sit here still in Pampers, and they got the nerve to put their kids with their mama and let their mamas raise these kids and stuff. Like, they mama laid down and had these kids and stuff. And like I said, because I respect some of these YouTubers, I'm not gonna say the names, but it's just certain stuff that I just be like, y'all got to do better as parents. Like, seriously, like, it's no excuse. I had my daughter when I was 21. Like, I had my daughter when I was 21. So it's like, you can't sit here and be like, well, they young. Well, they young. Some of these YouTubers, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and up, and they doing the same stuff. Like, y'all can't keep talking about this young stuff. When you choose to lay down and have a baby, then you grow up. You make sure that your child is straight. You don't sit there and let your child stay in wet Pampers and pull-ups till they 3 and 4 years old, or you wait till they just potty train themselves to say they potty train. It's ridiculous. Like, all the money in the world, all the subscribers, all the YouTube likes and views is not worth you not being a parent at the end of the day. And it's just sad. Like, it's just sad. I done played forever. I don't even know this number. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're gonna say, 1, 2, 3. 4,763,477 times. Me too. I ain't even gonna lie. To be honest, Clarence and Queen probably date on low. They are gonna get apartments together. I really don't think, now that I really watch them, honest to God, I don't think that they date. I think that Queen really likes Clarence and Queen wants to be in a relationship with Clarence. Now, I don't know at this point, because she did put some little tweets out. But, you know, I think that Clarence is just trying to be careful because he knows, like, okay, Queen was just in a full-fledged marriage. And then I also feel like Clarence don't want that. Like, Clarence, he want to be single. He want the benefits that he get from Queen. But he don't want the title. And I'm not saying that I feel like he don't like Queen. I do feel like he feeling Queen, but I just feel like Clarence just like, he ain't trying to move fast like that when it comes to dating or Queen, or, you know. Queen's mom did address on her channel that Queen is getting a house in Atlanta close to her. Oh, okay. That's awesome. But how much is Queen gonna be at that house? Because my thing is, you guys have to, I know some people have said, well, Queen is working in New York. And I'm not saying that Queen is not working, but y'all, look at Trey and Armand. Trey and Armand sits there. They don't have kids or whatever, but they are also signed artists and they have a lot going on. They've actually been doing a little bit. They've been doing a lot more, if I'm being honest, than Queen. Like, as far as just putting in the work, they going back on tour. They was on a tour. They this is like, I don't know how many videos they've done that I know of, 2 or maybe more. They've put more music out than Queen. You know, it's like, it's possible for Queen to be in Atlanta or to be closer to her son. It's very much so possible. So, I don't know. Not saying that Queen is even she's going to be able to be there every time CJ is there. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, like, to sit there and see your son for 1 or 2 days, if that, and take him to your mom and fly back to New York and say, oh, Queen got this and Queen got that. Okay, so once you're done with that, why are you not flying back to where your son is before you have to give him back to Chris, is all I'm saying. Because if she's away from Clarence for too long, she going to get on a plane and she going to go back to New York. Whether she got work to do, studio or whatever, she gonna do that. And y'all know that I'm not lying. Okay. I feel like Clarence, them using Queen, and that's not gonna end well. Out the whole spicy gang, Queen the only one who ain't family or childhood friend. I hate to see that, but I don't know. LA would probably be her new location because she signed Atlantic Records, which is no, she actually signed to Capitol Records. But Capitol Records is the headquarters is in LA. Queen needs to move to LA. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a better vibe for both her and Clarence. I think I only feel that way from their videos with DDG and his crew. They get along with everyone out there. That's very true. That's why I said I feel like Queen, I could see Queen moving to LA versus New York. I think that I'm not saying that I don't think that she ever wanted to move to New York before meeting Clarence, but I just think when it came to Clarence, it just put that stamp on that book to where it was like, okay, this is another reason why I want to move to New York. And that's just what I feel. Okay, she said in a written interview that she's moving to Atlanta, and when her and Clarence went, she was looking at places. I think she is moving, but she's keeping us guessing. Hey, sweetie, so glad to see you. Thank you so much, Taretha. Miss you so much. Where have you been? Y'all, I just been trying to get myself together with everything. I'm gonna make a video so I can just tell you guys in detail. I think Joelle and Lauren had Camilla for subs and views. Now she prego again. Said, y'all, I tried to watch Joelle and Lauren, honestly, because a lot of you guys was like, do a review on this, do a review on that, do a reaction on this and that with Joelle and Lauren. And it's like, it's so hard for me because I'm not like a weak. My friend told me, she's like, I think it's hard for you with that situation because you're with liking Lauren because you're not like a weak-minded female. So when you see a weak-minded female, you don't really know how to be receptive to them. And Lauren, she just seems so weak to me. Like videos, they just make all these videos. We broke up and then they back together. He on there talking about I was at the gym from 2 in the morning, from 11 at night to 3 in the morning. Ain't nobody at the gym shoot no basketball for no 5, 6, 7 hours that late at night. And Lauren, if she believe that stupidity, she just showing how dumb she is. And now you already hollering about some. She already was saying she mad because she be in the house with the baby and he be doing this and he don't spend no time with her. What you think finna happen now that you finna pop out a whole nother baby that and your other baby still a little armed newborn baby and you pregnant again? Like Joelle ain't gonna never be there. Joelle know what he doing. Men really do that. Men will really trap a woman to the point where they put all these babies on you because they know you're going to be in the house taking care of the babies. Meanwhile, he ain't never there. He in the club, he at the gym, he here, he there, and you in the house taking care of all these babies. Like, no. I tried, y'all. I still would try, but it ain't looking too good. And everyone always talking about Queen's parenting, but they never come for Airy. But Airy, Daniel lives with her mom. Not saying that's a bad thing, but Airy doesn't do anything but fake pranks. Like, and I didn't want to say Airy's name because y'all, the last thing that I said about Airy, I think it was about a situation with Trey in Airy when it was rumors that they was first together, and I basically had said something about my opinion on should she be with Trey and different stuff like that. And someone literally went on Airy's page, and I saw the comment, and they was like, a supposed fan said, a supposed supporter made a video saying this and that about Airy, but talking about she's a supporter and da-da-da-da-da. And somebody said, who is the person? Don't y'all know that they was talking about me? They put my freaking name, the link to my video on there. And I'm like, so y'all basically telling me if you are a supporter of someone, you cannot disagree with the decision that they make. You cannot speak on what you feel is reality or what you feel, not even reality, but like what you feel is your truth or your outlook on the situation. So because I said that I didn't feel like her and Trey was a good mix, I was hating and I wasn't a supporter of Airy. So that's why when I just said what I said, yes, I was talking about Airy, but I didn't want to say her name because somebody said one time before, oh, you're not a supporter because you said, I am a supporter of Airy, but I got to speak the truth. It's just like, I like Queen, I like her music, but I got to speak the truth on what I feel. You know, I can't be on here being fake and on here talking about, I'm going to keep it real, but I'm being fake. No, I feel like Airy is not, that's one thing that I used to respect Airy so much on was her motherhood. I felt like a lot of times when you used to not see Queen and Chris doing the best with baby CJ, you used to always see like Airy with Daniel all the time, like just doing everything. And I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with getting help with your child, especially when you're young, but you have to also learn to be responsible. Like you have to also learn that sometimes when you make grown-up decisions like having sex and having a baby and stuff, you have to sacrifice some things that you probably would not have had to sacrifice if you didn't make those decisions. You know what I mean? Like you have to. So I'm not saying that she shouldn't take her baby over to her mother's house or her mother shouldn't keep her baby, or if she want to keep her baby for a week, she shouldn't. But the amount of time that Daniel is at her mom's house, I would just expect, okay, if he's going to be over there like that. And then I think on the video, she said that she pulled Daniel out of school. I don't know if he's back in there or not. But on one video, I don't think he's in school, and I'm gonna tell you why. Chris from Chris and Trey did on the video that Chris did, the vlog that he did for Daniel's pre-birthday party. He was pointing to colors and simple colors like red and blue, yellow, like the simple colors that most kids, when they get in school, they teach them immediately. He didn't know any of the colors. He was pointing to numbers. He didn't know any of the numbers. Like they kept saying, you need a diaper change. You need a diaper change. And then even in this picture, I know I'm not looking at you guys. I'm going to read the comments, but I'm trying to get my thoughts out. Even on a picture that was on Instagram of him eating those cupcakes that Trey bought him, he had a big diaper on. Like he had, that was not a pull-up. He had a diaper. This boy, excuse me, this boy is 3 years old now. 3 years old. He's in a freaking full-fledged diaper. He didn't know any of his colors. He didn't know any of his numbers. And I did respect Airy at first, because she was like, when she was like, Daniel was with her mom, she was like, his school, his daycare is closer to the house where her mom stays and all these things. So I'm like, okay, it makes sense. And then she says she goes over there to see him. So it makes sense. But then I'm like, when she came back and she said they pulled Daniel out of school and all these things. And then I'm looking at videos of Daniel don't know his numbers like 1 and 2 and 3, and he don't know red and blue. He don't know all these. It was like, but y'all always jumping down Queen back about baby CJ when he's doing way better than what he was doing. But y'all, I don't know. It ain't none of my business. Let me go to the next comment. Who goes on Lipstick Alley to read about these YouTubers? I've never heard of Lipstick Alley. It's my opinion he shouldn't have said anything at all, and his sister is supposed to be a manager. Why she ain't doing media control in her class, doing Twitter beef? I just joined. Where are we? We all over the place. I'm just reading the comments right now, old mommy, and just going like that. Girl, where have you been? I've been here, but not here. I'm gonna make a video, y'all. I just feel like these YouTubers' kids not gonna have a parent to talk to because they invest their attention to YouTube and Instagram. True. I feel you on the kids. Lauren and Joelle are having number 2, and that first baby is less than a year. They not raising them. All they doing is just having them. They are all bipolar, in my opinion. I think that a lot of them are having these kids because they think that that's a way to get them more subscribers. That's a way to get them more views, because they think that these kids are meal tickets. They think that these kids are meal tickets instead of real human beings and stuff. And it's like, how are you going to live this adventurous life where you are traveling and blogging and doing all these things, but you keep having all these kids? Because in the end, what happens is these kids start to be abandoned because you're taking them to your mom, you're taking them to this person, you're taking them to that person, because you want to still be young. You still want to do what you should be doing in your early 20s, which is having fun. But you can't do all of that because you're choosing to sit here and keep having all these kids, you know, for a view and for a like. I don't feel as though Clarence like Queen as much as she like him. I have to agree, Sienna. And I'm not saying that I don't feel like Clarence doesn't like Queen, but I feel like Queen likes him more than he likes her. Queen has an album coming out soon. You got to watch Clarence's last 2 Q&As with Queen. They were being real honest and true. Trust, after you watch, you'll see he likes her just as much. Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think that Clarence does like Queen. I never said that he didn't, but I do still feel like that Queen likes Clarence more than her. More than he likes her. I really do feel that way. You right. Queen needs to make a way to spend much more time with baby CJ. It's kind of sad. Do you think Trey and Airy really date? No, I never saw them to be compatible, Thelma. I'm just being honest. Like, when the girl who I absolutely have fell in love with watching her videos, Shy the Greatest, you guys watch her? When she made that statement saying, because she basically grew up with Trey, and she was saying that like Airy is not Trey's typical type of girl that he goes after. Y'all went down that girl throat. Like, Trey went down that girl throat too, as far as he unfriended her, blocked her, everything. I don't think the girl was lying. I feel like Airy, I always say Airy is so beautiful to me, but Trey just seems like that pretty boy type. Like, Trey eyebrows be looking better than half of all eyebrows as females. Like, Trey, like, literally is like one of those pretty metrosexual type of dudes. And the way that Airy is not that type of female that just dresses up. I'm trying to see if I'm explaining this right. You know, Trey just seems like he likes that type of female that every time you see her, she's dressed up, she's prepped up, she's makeup up, she's this, she that. Because he keeps himself together like that. And Airy is just not that type of girl. Like she'll do makeup here and there, or she'll dress up, wear heels. She'll do that here and there. But just every day, like on clockwork, Airy ain't that type of girl. So I think that they had a potential of being really good friends, but I just never saw them as them being together like that. I never did. You can have all the media training in the world, but at the end of the day, you decide what you post. Cardi got media training and she stay popping off online. Cardi need to go sit down and have her baby. Not have her baby. She ain't ready to have it, but she need to go sit down and start stressing her baby out. I know that baby got to be so stressed out. That baby gonna come out screaming and yelling, and she gonna be hiring 8 nannies to take care of her baby at night because that baby gonna cry so much. Like when you stress your baby out in the womb, your baby will cry so much till it's not funny. And I'm so happy that I did not have a crybaby as a baby with my daughter, because I see some people and they be like, I stressed so much when I was pregnant. Now my baby just cry, and don't nothing be wrong with it. It's like Cardi need to get herself together. Like she need to get off of social media, not just Instagram, because she right back on Instagram. But she need to just get off of social media altogether until she has her baby, because I know that baby's stressed out. Queen ain't moving nowhere but to the other side of Clarence mama basement. It's clear that she's chasing Clarence. Daniel basically an orphan because Airy. Y'all need to stop. Shit, that's such a terrible thing to say. I also think Airy's mom is telling her what to do. I understand. I think Airy see Daniel more than what we see. Yeah, I definitely know that she sees Daniel more than what we see. All YouTubers see their kids more than what we think, because we don't see everything. But my thing is this, and she basically told us that she sees Daniel, and I'm not saying that she doesn't see Daniel, but what I'm saying is that me as a mom, I can't speak for anybody else, but me as a mom, I can't not have my child not with me for repeated nights, especially if I am in the same city and state as my child. You know what I'm saying? If people are going to sit there and get on Queen and she not even in the same city and state as baby CJ, let's be honest. Airy is in the same city and state as Daniel. Once you get done with your YouTubing for the day, even if it's a situation to where you not going out for the night, y'all not partying, y'all not going out on the town, y'all not doing it, why don't you pick your baby up as much as you can? And I don't know. Like I said, I know that she sees. I'm not saying she don't never see Daniel, but all I'm saying is this, is that you cannot just focus. When you have a child, you cannot just use work as an excuse as to why your child is not getting the best that they can get. If you have all this money and you can sit there and get all this other stuff and spend money on this and spend money on that and all this other things like that, I promise y'all, if I'm making so much money off of YouTube and so much money off of this and so much money off of that in life, period, if I have to sit there and sacrifice all my time away from my child in order to get the money, I'm going to make sure my child has the best of everything while I'm away. My child is in the best of school. My child has the best tutor. My child has the best access to this and that. And like, I just can't fathom how we can always make these excuses up to, okay, well, she has a job to do. Well, this is my job. Well, we know this is your job, but even people that have 9-to-5s, after they 9 to 5, they see their child. They go pick their child up from school, from daycare, from the after school program, and they feed their child dinner, and they bathe their child, and they put their child in the bed at I don't know. Chris stopped hanging with Joelle when Joelle came up. He only likes to be with people he can control. Now that he messed up with everybody, he's now hanging with Joelle again. I did notice that Sean's like, y'all act like y'all see everything the camera be doing behind the camera. We've already stated that We don't see everything because I could tell this is a stand for Airy and Trey because it's Trey Bills. Trey Airy or whatever, Bills. We've already said we know we don't see everything that goes on behind the camera. We already know that. Like you don't have to see everything that goes on behind the camera to have an opinion. Like you don't. And if they care so much about it, then they wouldn't put nothing on there. They wouldn't even be doing YouTube. So you get what you get. I don't know. At 3 years old, you should be able to talk clear. I'm sorry. I'm not going to speak on that. A father isn't the only person that can be a deadbeat. That's very true. And I'm not saying Airy or Queen is a deadbeat, but that statement alone is very true. A woman can be a deadbeat also. A mother can be, they can be a deadbeat mother. Airy's son don't seem aware of a lot of things. I might be reaching, but he zones out a lot. She needs to focus on him 100% just in case he has a learning disability. Now, I did see that Airy said something about Daniel, he freezes up or he acts like that when the camera is on. And I can kind of see that because a lot of kids, you know, when they see cameras and stuff, they typically do that. But I'm going to be honest, there's been times where he's been caught like off guard just playing and not knowing a camera is on him. And it's certain things that I noticed, but it's not my place to say. But I feel that because from my understanding, I think that Airy has a little brother who has a learning disability. So I would just hope and wish that if that's the case with Daniel, or or it's more than just a camera being on him, why he sometimes acts like that, or he sometimes like can't talk or doesn't talk, I would hope and have faith in Airy that she would have gotten it checked out. So all I can do is just take her word and say that, you know, he just does it when the camera comes on. I don't know. To me, Clarence just wants to be friends with Queen. I feel like Clarence likes Queen a lot. He talks about her all the time. I love them together, but I miss Clarence just doing his own thing, like his clothing line and basketball before YouTube. They aren't on the level they should be for their age. My daughter too, and knows Spanish numbers, ABC colors, birthday, full name, etc. and potty trained since when. Gender has nothing to do with anything. Oh, mommy, you have a freaking genius on your hands. Now, I'm not gonna lie, my child does not know Spanish. She's 7. She still does not know Spanish. I don't even know. I know a little bit of Spanish. I know my colors in Spanish, and I'm happy for that. But some of the things that you said, like numbers, even if it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just number recognition, letter recognition. Like if their name is Adam, and to be able to see a A, you know, or you know, things like that. It is certain things that a child should know. I'm not going to say at 2, but at least when they start reaching 3 and 4 and 5, because they're getting ready to enter into the pre-K and, like the pre-K world. So, yeah. Yeah, Clarence start getting back to his modeling thing. It seems like he stopped doing everything he used to do to support Queen. I don't even think that it's so much that he stopped doing what he was doing to support Queen. I think that Clarence acknowledges that he has gained so much and he gets so much. And by so much, I mean money, so much from being around Queen. So I don't think he complaining at all that he not doing what he was doing before he met Queen. The truth ain't always pleasant. What do you think of the Ace family? Y'all, I cannot speak on the Ace family, and I have to whisper because the last time I spoke on the Ace family and told my honest opinion, my daughter attacked me because she is a diehard fan of the Ace family. And I said that they was pretty boring. But I really don't watch them like that. So I don't really have like a really big opinion. That's the truth, I guess. Clarence more famous just being Queen's security. You so funny. What do you think about Patti's music career? The little bit that I have heard from Patti, I ain't gonna say I really like it, but it's okay. It's decent. He's not bad. And then he did, I forgot what freestyle he did. He put it on Instagram. I can't remember, but it was really good. I think that Patti just kind of needs to separate himself a little bit more and get his own identity away from Clarence and Queen. I also think that he is kind of getting, I'm not going to say tired of Queen, but I think that he misses just that alone bro time, you know, along with Clarence and coming over and not having to be in Queen face all the time, which is kind of understandable. Patti needs to find other people to help him because Spicy Management only care about Queen. I don't think that they only care about Queen, but I think I think Spicy Management only cares about Queen and Clarence. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, Queen is the main focus right now in Spicy Management, and I know Lee has no problem helping, but I don't think Patti wants to ask for any help, which I don't get. Long time no see, girl. I know, Sarah. I don't think that Lee isn't helping Patti. I think Patti just isn't as serious about his craft as he should be. My husband is deployed, so I am on her, and she is eager to learn, and she has never been to daycare, so everything we do as far as learning is critical, and she asks questions about everything. That is so awesome, old mommy. Like, that is so awesome. You know, I tell people all the time, like, you know, you have to, you can't, I just hate when people just always say, well, we have to work. YouTube is our work. It's like, I get that and I understand that, but the same way that I'm telling you guys, like, I had to focus on myself for a little bit before I came back to YouTube, and I don't even get paid off of YouTube. I don't get any monetary value from uploading anything on YouTube or going live on YouTube or anything like that. YouTube don't pay my bills. So these people that are saying, like, you know, oh, YouTube is my job and da-da-da, that's why I have to be away from my child and da-da-da. It's like, yeah, that's true, but at the same time, like, do what you got to do as far as your job is concerned, and then make sure your child is straight. Make sure your child knows they 1, 2, 3s. At least make sure by the time your child reach 3 or 4, your child can count to 10. Your child can know when somebody says, what's your favorite color? And they say blue, they can go and point where blue is. You know, like, y'all got to stop making excuses. And maybe it's because a lot of these people are so young that they don't understand that, you know, and they're not mature. They don't understand that it goes past just making $1. It goes past, you know, a job. We have people that work 12, 13 hours a day, and they sit there and still come home and make sure their child is straight. So I can't just sit there and keep making excuses because I like certain individuals and call out some people and then not call out others. Like, I'm not going to do that. What you think of the Corey and Carmen versus Nick and King? Well, with that situation, y'all, for one, I'm going to say this. I feel that Corey, for one, made or persuaded Carmen to make that video addressing the situation. That's for one. That's not even in Carmen's character. Like, Carmen is so, the way she presents herself and the things that I saw from observing her is just, she's real, like, laid back and real, like, chill and real, like, you know, she's just like one of them cool, chill people. Corey is the type of person, Carmen, you need to do, because if I just make a video, then they gonna think that it's just me. They gonna think. So then Carmen feel like, okay, I got to make a video of this, and that. Just like King said in his video, when that whole situation happened with Corey posting baby CJ for clout, when he posted baby CJ up on his page and stuff and got into it with Chris and stuff, and then King was like, because we all supposed to be a crew, we had to defend Corey, even though we all felt like he was wrong for doing it in the first place, because they probably told him, like, hey man, like, take the video down or don't do that. You know, this not your child. Don't just sit there and put videos up and you know, Queen and Chris don't really know you like that, you know, and stuff like that, because King and Nick could have took video and got views and likes and subscribers off of using baby Chris. So I think that, you know, people was coming at Chris like, oh, everybody do that. But Chris knows those people. Chris don't know Corey. Queen don't know Corey like that. Queen later on had came to the house and met them and stuff. So it's like Corey just do a lot of stuff that I just been noticing for, like, publicity, to the point where it just made me really not mess with him and Carmen like that. But I like Carmen. So it's like, what are you supposed to do when you like one person, but you don't really like the other person? You know what I mean? So I still support them and stuff, but it's just like a lot of stuff that Corey do, a lot of the moves that he make, it's just like, and then one thing that do bother me about Corey also is that I see a lot of things in him that I saw in Chris, also dealing with Chris, how Chris dealt with Queen. I see a lot of stuff that Chris did with Queen and to Queen. I see a lot of that, you know, in Corey that he do to Carmen. It's like, to me, in my opinion, I think Corey controls their money. He says a lot of me in mine instead of us and ours and me and Carmen. He said a lot of like my channel, my this, my that, my house. Like he said a lot of that stuff. And if y'all look, I think I just made, I don't know if I think it's in this video I was trying to upload. I had made a point where I was like, if you guys look in the video, in the prank video that Carmen did with Domo Wilson, and she was like, what is the prank? It said, Domo gonna be my baby daddy or something like that. And in the video, Carmen had to call Corey out. She was like, because Corey was like, my channel. Excuse me. Corey was like, my channel. And Carmen was like, what you mean your channel? You mean our channel? And he was like, you know what I mean? It's mine. It belongs to both of us. So it's yours and it's mine. No. If something belongs to multiple people, then it's always supposed to be addressed as ours. It's not supposed to be my money. It's our money. It's not supposed to be my house. It's our house. So when you get somebody that does those things, and that's the same as that stuff that Chris used to do, and the same stuff that he do now, even when Queen moved out and he started saying my channel, when that was him and Queen's channel, you have to watch stuff like that. So it's like certain stuff that Corey do, I just see a lot of Chris sales in him. I really honestly do. Let's see. They treat Patti bad. They treat him like a few. Do you think Clarence really likes Queen, or is he using her for clout? I think that Sarah Adam, I think that Clarence likes Queen, but I think it's a mixture of both. I think that Queen knows, and that's why she makes jokes like, oh, I'm using Clarence too. No, you know good and well that Clarence is using you for clout. But when I say that, I don't mean it in a negative way. I feel like Clarence just knows, okay, I can get a little bit further when Queen is in my videos, and Queen knows the same thing also about Clarence. But I think he likes her, but I don't think like he is just like overly, you know, in love with her. Not yet. Anyway, whenever Patti wants to make music, he goes to Buffalo. He needs to be focusing on getting this YouTube money instead of being a third wheel to Queen and Claire. I've been saying Patti want his friend back. They can't hang out without Queen. I really do think that that's the truth. Like, I really do think that's the truth. Patti is a really good rapper. He's lyrical, but in today's world, that's hard to push. It's more so about catchy rap. Marie, you don't know. Like, I literally had this conversation with my husband. He's like, about me pushing my music and stuff like that. And I told him, I'm like, the things that, like, I'm all about metaphors and using, you know, making people think when they hear my stuff. So it's like I would say not stupid stuff, but I'll just say, when I say stupid, I don't mean stupid like ignorant, but I would say crazy stuff in my music, like I said one line, I was like, what line did I'm trying to think of one that was crazy that I said, you nothing without me like Keenan no Kale, meaning, you know, for those of the babies that grew, a lot of y'all, I don't know if y'all young, but for the ones that know the show Keenan and Kale, y'all know how like back in the day, people were saying like, you know, Keenan was nothing without Kale. So that's just basically saying like you telling somebody like you nothing without me like Keenan no Kale. So it's like I say stuff like that in my music. I like metaphors. I like things that make people think. But in today's music, like you said, Marie, you have to say some stupid stuff or repeat yourself 80 times for people to just really get up on a song. So for me, I'd rather just make music and keep it to myself than just put something out and people just like, this ain't dumb enough for me. So I get what you're saying. I have noticed Patti is lyrical. I would give him that. Clarence be so annoyed with Patti around. He coming at him crazy sometimes. I be feeling so bad and Queen just be sitting there. But I know he loves Patti. Queen too clingy. I'm like, can you breathe? I really do think that Queen is a clingy type person. I think that just by nature, I feel like even if it wasn't Clarence, because y'all remember when her and Airy started hanging out real heavy when her and Chris separated, like she was real clingy with Airy. So I just think Queen is just a naturally clingy type of person. It's like Patti and Clarence's friendship could be tested. I got that feeling. I kind of felt that way from the beginning of this whole thing. I really did. I just felt like eventually, you know, Patti was going to be like, okay, can I get my friend back? Like, can I get my friend back? Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you for the clout. Thank you for the extra money. But can I get my friend back? Patti is annoying most of the time. I don't care. Claire's cousin be throwing shade at him on Twitter. I'm in nursing school and work from home. There is no excuse. When you have a kid or kids, your life is split down the middle. Thank you. I want to say praise the Lord. I promise you, because these folks get it so twisted. They think just because you're young and you have a child, that means you don't have a sense of responsibility. Your child is not somebody you drop in and, oh, I go over there and see Daniel. Oh, I go over there and see baby CJ. No, that's your child. That's not your cousin, your brother, sister, or your nephew and niece. That's your child. It ain't no you go over there and see him and he come over here sometimes. Okay, I'm going to be quiet because I get called a hater. Y'all know how they do. They're both too clingy. Queen and Clarence, I'm telling you, they're kind of obsessed with each other. I like them a lot, but they need to chill sometimes and just be okay being apart. Corey be doing a lot just to get attention, and I definitely have to agree with King and you on that one. Why y'all care? You obviously care. Who is this Ariana? Let me see. Can I go ahead and block you? Now, when I don't want to hit somebody's profile, guess what? Let me see how you do this. Oh, Lord. Now I got to scroll all the way up. Don't y'all hate? Okay. There we go. We just hit the person. But don't y'all hate when somebody come in your live or whatever, like, why do you care about it? Why do y'all talk? Why y'all talking? Baby, obviously you saw the live in the caption of the live, and you came in the live also. And then once you heard something that you either did not want to hear, or it was something that we're talking about that you don't agree with, then why do y'all care so much? You obviously care if you're here. Okay. I can't stand Corey. He is messy and he is a narcissist. He only is a self person. I really do feel like that. I really, really, really feel like that. Queen and Clarence both be up under each other. When she goes to LA and Atlanta, Clarence doesn't have to go. If he wants to spend more time with Patti, he can make that happen. They both grown. I really agree with that. Tanzania, you say I'm confused. What are you confused about? Yeah, Corey was acting like a groupie when he was at DDG's show. He was so starstruck being around all of DDG's friends. Girl, I miss you. I miss you too, Rochelle. What do you think about Airy's song? I have the review of it on my page. Same, I unsubscribed from their YouTube channel because Corey, I can't. But for Carmen, I be trying to stay subscribed to their channel, but I just can't. I cannot. I promise you, like, I'm still subscribing. I support them, but like when Carmen go live, like on IG, I can watch her live and I just love Carmen. She seems so pure spirited. But when I go on Corey live, I can only literally be on his live for about 5 minutes tops. And then I have to get off of it because he starts doing, well, they some clout chasers. They do anything for attention. I'm like, are you talking about yourself? Like, did he say everything that I'm literally looking at him like, bruh, you literally talking about yourself and you don't even much know it. Like, are you serious? I really missed you. Thank you, Tiffany. Missed you too. He pissed me off when he claimed he was in a struggle. When he chose to go through that, it made me mad because I've slept in cars, porches, etc. So when people freely use struggle, it gets to me. I'm the same way. I don't like when people try to make their struggle seem more than what it was. Or I do understand I feel like what he should have said was Carmen was going through a struggle and he should have said I chose to go through the struggle with Carmen. That's what he should have said instead of making it seem like he had no other choice but to go through you know, a struggle, or his family just didn't have money, or he didn't have a roof over his head, or he had to live in these conditions. No, you cannot say these things, and then when your friends from back home start calling you out saying, that man always had money, that man grew up like this, that man had this, that man had that, and then you turn around and say, oh, well, what I'm saying is that, yeah, my mama had a nice house, yeah, I had this, I had nice clothes, I had this and that, but I chose, exactly, that's the key word, my guy, you chose to go through the struggle. It's a big difference. I feel like Patti always be lit in their videos, but they never have energy when he's vlogging. I do agree on that. Do you think Janae, the manager, stole 100K from DMB Nation? I did see a video talking about that, but I did not watch it. I'm not a huge fan of DMB Nation. I started to like Bianca for a tad bit, and then she started doing some stuff that I was just like, no. And to be honest, I never really liked Damien. I never like it. I've just never been a fan of DMB Nation. I don't know what it is. Like, they never just struck me as people that I'm just so fascinated in that I have to watch. So I don't really know. Did DMB Nation say that Janae stole $100,000 from them? Glad you're back. Miss you. Thank you, Casey. Miss you too. Girl on here taking up for Airy like her bills are getting paid. People can't have an opinion, right? Sean's life, right? But it's because Patti always trying to catch them on the low. In his previous vlog, he caught them all hooked up in the mall when they wasn't looking. I just watched Patti to see them. But Patti keep it real though, because Patti sitting here like, okay, like, we always have a hater. Y'all, and everyone, do I not sit here? That doesn't even make sense. You look like the black Rachel does. Rachel, it says she's black, baby. So, like, that doesn't even make sense. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what my YouTube does. When I try to block people, like on my live, it always sits here and does not let me block. It does not let me block the people that I want to all the time, but then I'll manage they can hit the screen and it'll do one of you guys that I'm not trying to block. It'll come up and like do it. I don't know. But yeah. And then we always talk about getting these moderators, and I don't know how to do it, so then I just sit here and never do it. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get right back to y'all. I'm trying to sit here and why are you not working? I don't know. I'll get back to it. But what was the last question? Yeah, but I like Patti when he catches them. I really do. People kill me talking about Queen when Clarence is just as much to blame. I just can't stand the way Corey talks. He disappoints me. And then he's sitting up there talking about he's going to be rapping and stuff. And I'm like, then he got mad. Y'all, did y'all see where All Shade had released that audio of him rapping? No, the video. I think he actually posted it too. And he got mad because he was like, y'all acting like y'all can't understand what I'm saying in the song. Y'all can understand everything that I say in the song. And I'm like, we really could not understand what you were saying. Like, why are you upset? When Airy do these pranks, like she had Dre was kissing on her neck and Trey be faking his reactions. But you could tell that Chris is be showing that. Chris be showing true emotions, not in a loving way though. And then he started talking about how he had to work for everything and his dad would make him mow the lawn for $20. Like, okay, what's your point, Corey? That is not a freaking struggle because you had to mow the lawn for $20. Like most kids are being made to mow a lawn. There we go. Most kids are being made to mow a lawn and not even get no money, period. And your dad gave you $20, bro. That's a come up. That's not a struggle. Okay, where we at? Miss you, sis. Welcome back. Thank you. Who's who? Do you think Trey and Airy were a real couple? No, I don't think Trey and Airy were ever a real couple, and I don't really see them as being compatible with each other. I think they're better off being friends. What's your opinion on Queen and Clarence How We Met video? Yeah, I just blocked that person. I'm just scrolling down real quick. I just blocked that person. I don't know what these people do. Like, they make fake pages and they just really like, I don't have the time. I'm not finna make no whole fake page and come on nobody live or nobody page. Write nothing. Like, these people, I really don't understand. I'm surprised we only had 2 people I had to block tonight. Because normally it's probably like 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. But, okay, where were we? Okay, my opinion on Queen and Clarence How We Met video. I guess it was pretty cool. I don't really have like a set opinion on it. It was a cool video, whatever. She explained, you know, the whole thing about she was crushing on him and, you know, the whole 9. You need that one blunt and straightforward person in your life who gonna keep it 100 with you. And that's why at times I like Patti. Yeah, me too, Michelle. Who are you, child? Okay, I read that one. Queen just went to a basketball game with Clarence and his sis. She didn't even need to go. She should have went back to her son. She just got him again. She can't get from under Clarence. I didn't even think about that, Shantae, but, and I'm not saying that Queen is not entitled to have a life because she has a child. I'm not saying that at all. But if you have a co-parenting relationship where you and your ex-husband basically swap your kid out every 3 weeks or every 2 to 3 weeks, and at times you don't see him for like 2 and 3 weeks, most of the time 3 weeks, that's your time to do what you know what I mean? That would be my time to live it up. That would be my time to do what I would, to have a social life in you know, the whole 9. Like, I don't understand why y'all know that y'all swapping y'all kid out every 3 weeks. And 3 weeks is almost a month. You can't party and do what you need to do and have a social life, and then when you get your child back, work and devote that time to your child. I don't understand. It's not like Queen. If Queen continually had her child every day, then I would say, okay, Queen is entitled. But it's just like you don't see him physically for, like, if Chris gets him for 3 weeks and then it turns back over to your turn, and you physically, you have him on your time, but you physically don't see him for another 2 weeks. That's a month and 1 week. That's 5 weeks that you have not physically seen your child. And people are seriously acting like that's okay. Like, okay. Corey can't rap. Can't nobody understand him when he speaks, so how can we understand him when he raps? Cut him off when I try to listen to him talk. Lord knows I don't got patience anymore. I don't like Trey for Airy. He's a bit immature. These little kids be shipping them. That's weird to me. I don't like the fact that Chris continuously comes for Queen's self-esteem. If you're happy in your own relationship and don't care about your ex, then you wouldn't be bothered by your ex's move. Exactly. But he does that because that's the same stuff he did in a relationship with her. And he knew that bothered her. So now that she's not with him, he thinks, okay, if I come at Queen the same way I did in a relationship and she was so bothered, then it will bother her. So now that it's really not bothering her, or she's not projecting to the world that it's bothering her with his insults, he's getting even more upset now because he got her Jeep and driving around Antonio and talking about, I'm going to get a Jeep away and all this other stuff, because the first plan basically didn't work. It was for Lee's birthday. I mean, I'm sure she didn't need to go, but she probably helped plan the day for her to make sure it was special. Now, if she went back with Clarence to New York, that's a problem. Did she go back to New York with them? Why Chris got so much hate when Queen basically wanted Clarence before they even got to Houston, and she randomly ended up being with her longtime crush. Did you hear about the petition to get rid of T and K squad on all T? I did hear about the petition. People, I try not to say certain words, y'all. Try not to, because I know I have, you know, some younger audience, and then I have an older audience too. But I just try to, you know, keep it in the middle. But Chris been more of a parent than Queen, especially when they first separated. Chris always had that boy. Now, I must admit, when Chris and Queen was married, I'm not gonna lie. Because I said this when I used to watch them. Chris did, in my opinion, he used to parent baby CJ a little bit more than Queen. I won't lie. I would see videos where Chris would be combing baby Chris' hair, brushing his hair in a ponytail, you know, with them all the time. I know people gonna say, well, that's his son. Boys need to be with their dad. It doesn't matter to me. If I had a son or if I had a daughter, which I do have a daughter, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna, you know, like, I just never got those gender roles where it's like, oh, if you have a girl, the girl need to be with the mama. If you have a boy, the boy need to be with dad. No, it has to be, you know, it has to be equal is what I'm saying. So, yeah. I don't really know about when they separated, but I do know when they was together, I would notice those things. Can you give my daughter a birthday shout out? She just turned 15 yesterday. What's her name, Shantae? I wish I can pin stuff on here, but I don't think I can. Let me see. I don't want to hit nothing and then. What does this do? Oh, they got filters on here? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Then, let me take this filter off, y'all. Because as soon as I hit a filter, my phone popped up and said, you got 15% of battery. Okay. But let me know her name, Shantae. And I'll give her a shout out for her birthday. I don't think him and Parker are truly happy. I think it's a fetish that he got baby Katie and he's putting on a facade that he's happy. I think that Chris was looking for someone who he felt like had more clout. And I hate using the word clout, but I feel like he was trying to find somebody that he felt like was better. And by better, I mean had a better body than Queen. You know, had some clout, had this, had that. And then I think, you know, in the end, he found out that he still wasn't happy. You know, he found out, like, I got somebody who, oh, because people say, oh, Parker is better than Queen. Parker is this, Parker is that. Parker had a career, Parker this and that. And it's like, okay, Chris got all that, but Chris still not happy. I could just tell he not really happy with Parker. Chris is supposed to get CJ back either tomorrow or Saturday, but he just landed in Cali for Parker. What do you think about certain YouTubers being exposed for colorism? I think colorism is very real. I think that it's up to us to call out colorism, to make colorism not be okay. If we're going to call out racism, then we have to learn to call out colorism also. We cannot make excuses because somebody is black. I hate hearing people say, when you call somebody out for colorism, they say, I'm black too, so I can say this. No. You know, you may be black also, or, you know, or people that make fun of Chinese and Japanese and Korean and Vietnamese culture. And then they say, oh, I'm mixed with Asian. I'm mixed with Asian. I'm half Asian. It's like, okay, like, you can be mixed with whatever you want to be mixed with, but that doesn't take away the fact that you basically said something derogatory to a certain set of people. You know, like, I don't know. I didn't like how Corey tried to make Neek and King seem like they are jealous of him and his girl. Yeah, I honestly don't think that Neek and King was ever jealous of Corey. I think that Corey put it in Carmen's head that Neek was jealous of her. I definitely think that, because I don't even think Carmen is the type of person to walk around like somebody jealous of her. But I think that Corey is that type to be like, oh, such bro jealous of me. And it's like, ain't nobody jealous of your line. We ain't gonna get to that. Let's see. Like, Chris keeps trying to convince Queen that she's not happy with herself. Like, Chris, just stop. All YouTubers are suddenly music artists. What the talent overnight is this? I think it looks like Chris has CJ more because when CJ is in Houston, he posts him on Snapchat and IG all day long, and that's all we see. And when Queen actually has him, she'll post him one time, and that's it. Could be. I don't like that Neek and King can't go to events because Corey made them seem so bad. I have noticed that it's like King and Neek have really been falling back with just being a part of the whole group because Corey has made it seem like these people are so bad and so jealous and so envious of him and Carmen to the point where they have still congratulated Carmen and Corey on things. And then it's just like they just refuse to be the bigger people, you know, in a situation, or even meet Neek and King halfway. And now Corey's getting what he's want. He got a whole house. I feel like Corey's problem with that house was that he wanted to be running the house. He even said, I feel like the people with the most subscribers should have got the main room. What? Because you got more subscribers than everybody else, you should have got the main room? Like that, no. The master bedroom, that didn't even make sense. And then on top of that, do y'all not remember when Airy even lied talking about they played rock, paper, scissors for the main room, and then it came out by Corey that some other stuff happened. It's like, these folks lie so much. That's why when these people come up talking about, y'all don't know what happened off camera, y'all don't know. Well, you're right, we don't know what happened off camera, but y'all believe anything that these lying YouTubers say and what come out their mouth. Y'all can see every day that these people ain't with their kids. And then as soon as they say, oh, you only see 40 minutes of my day, you don't know if I'm with. I do see your day because if you're not on YouTube uploading videos, you on Snapchat. If you ain't on Snapchat, you on IG Live. If you ain't on IG Live, you on Twitter. If you ain't on this, you on that. If you ain't on this, you on that. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't have to sit there and be with you 24 hours a day to see what to a certain extent, what you're doing and what you're not doing when you're always on social media. Like, okay, let's see. All right, happy birthday. Happy 15th birthday to Glenisha. I hope she has a wonderful birthday, Shantae. I cannot fathom, and like I can't even think of when my daughter turns 15. I'm gonna lose it. I don't even know. Chris do have CJ Moore though. Sorry husband, but great dad. I can't speak on whether Chris has CJ Moore or he don't, because a lot of times when Chris was having CJ, before he had that falling out with Armand and Trey, he was dropping baby CJ off to Jazz and Tate and Armand and Trey and Sierra and Jordan all the time to be in the club and to be with Parker. So I can't even be in Chris' corner like, oh, Chris do more than Queen. I can't even say, I can't even say that. I'm not sure if she went back to New York because in the vlog that Clarence posted today, in the end of the video, he was back in New York. And usually if Queen is with him, he show her, but he didn't this time. Okay, Melka. I think Tina will expose Queen one day. Tina seems like she's holding things in that she really wants to say about Queen's parenting. Yeah, I know something was just going on with that. Chris tried to boss up with Parker. Now he out here looking like Franklin. I don't think Chris had CJ Moore after the split. Because if you remember when Queen was staying with Armand and Trey, she would always have CJ with her after she moved out. That's true. You heard him cursing Parker out and calling her a whole bunch of and whatnot in that video because she left her phone out in the open. Yeah. And Parker was sitting up there looking like a deer in headlights. Neek not jealous of her. I think she don't take no stuff from nobody. And Corey started the drama, I believe, based off how he talked so cocky. I hate when these YouTubers tell us we broke whenever we state our opinion, right? Neek, and they don't know nobody's financial situation, period, to be talking about we broke. Like, if y'all didn't have our opinion even talking about the stuff y'all post, y'all wouldn't have the money y'all have. And that's the part of it that kills me, is that these people have so much to say, even with this stuff where they flagging and striking people's channels for talking about them, or, copywriting the stuff if they doing reaction videos and stuff. But it's like, y'all wouldn't even, that's free publicity. Like, y'all wouldn't even be making the money and living in the house that y'all living in, able to get the cars y'all have, if we wasn't watching these videos, watching these ads on these videos, giving y'all views and stuff. So it's crazy. Neek and King aren't bad. Corey seems like a hater. To be honest, I felt that whoever had the most subs should have had the master. I don't feel like whoever had the most subs. I feel like, obviously, that's something that they all should have agreed upon. I feel like when Airy addressed the situation, Airy did not come out and say in the beginning, oh, whoever had the most subs is gonna get the master bedroom. Airy said that they did rock, paper, scissors, and that's what they did. So I guess Airy lied. But if it was indeed a conversation, which is not, it's obvious that it wasn't a set conversation. That's something that Corey basically came up on. That's something that was his opinion, that he felt that whoever had the most subs should get the master bedroom. You know what I mean? And if that wasn't something that everybody literally sat down and said, okay, whoever had the most subs is going to get the master bedroom, then you can't go into a house expecting because you have more subs than everybody else that you're going to get the biggest room. You can't, that's just not how the world works. You have to have communication as adults, and you have to say, is this what everybody agree upon? So then when we get in the house, everybody, all I heard from both of their videos, Corey video and King video, was that whoever got the master bedroom was going to pay a little bit more money. And from what I see, that's what's going on. King and Neat was paying more money. So I don't know. Where are we? I believe King before Corey and Carmen. And about the room situation, Nick and King were paying more, so that makes sense. That's what I just said. I feel like the person who got the master shall pay more rent money. She's so welcome, Shantae. And that's what I just said, Sienna. I think that was actually said by addressed in Corey's and King's video. King and Neat was paying more money because they had the master room. So it's like Corey just came up with this stuff himself, talking about, because to me, that's a sense of entitlement. If I move in with some YouTubers and things, and it's not said from the beginning that because I have more subscribers, I'm going to get the master bedroom. I'm not going to just move into a house and expect I'm going to get the master bedroom because I have a bigger following. Like, to me, that's childish. I'm just being honest, especially if it was not discussed in the beginning. You know, if it was all discussed, okay, whoever gonna get the master bedroom gonna pay more money in rent, and they're paying more money, then why are you mad? You know? When they first moved to Houston, Airy had the most subscribers, so then Airy should have had the master. And Reese, I promise you, I was thinking in my head, but when I was just looking, I was like, I think Airy started with the most subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Because when they first started doing like their videos, like video all of them together, I think that Airy had the most subscribers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Airy should have moved out of that prank house and got a place with baby Dan. Parker is a pretty girl, but she's an airhead. Parker just always, yeah, she's air, yeah. I'll leave it at that. And then Parker, why did Parker block me, y'all? Parker blocked me on Instagram. But I don't even know why she blocked me. She literally, because I mean, I'll say stuff here and there about her and Chris, but majority of the time, I don't just sit there and talk about Parker like that on like Instagram, honestly. So she had, I ain't gonna lie, I like a lot of comments that say certain stuff about her that I agree with. So she probably was going through the likes and everything. Like, I'm gonna block everybody, I guess. I want to know why Janae is managing a new squad. They better watch Airy, like T and K said. Watch Airy as far as what? Both of them had some things they need to work on parenting-wise. Queen chasing Clarence. Chris be dropping them to his friends, but he lost his friends ever since he came. Ever since it came, he was talking about them behind their back. Child Damien said Janae stole 100K. Are you serious? Somebody need to send that link to me. Send that link to me on my IG. It's the same as his YouTube page, Confident Music Talks. I really want to look at that so I can do a video on it. Corey be talking like Porky the Pig when he talks. Chris and Parker copied every other video. Every video that Queen and Clarence did, Chris and Parker the yoga challenge and did all the same poses, ironically. That's very true. Almost every YouTuber would rather be in college or working at Walmart. Would either be in college or working at Walmart if it wasn't for YouTube. Right? Don't forget where you come from or where you could be. YouTube can shut down tomorrow. And what y'all doing? Because I know half of y'all ain't invested all that money that y'all done made. Because y'all too busy trying to put on for the ground, put on for the tube. So I know they ain't investing none of that money that they got, which is so stupid. Let's see. I got to hurry up, y'all, so my phone won't die. Airy needs her own place. I don't know if mama told her to lie. Exactly. They don't know anyone's situation. I'm older than Corey, and I'm a senior in college. So for them to say we broke says a lot about their character. Mark my words, Carmen and Corey will not be together too much longer. And when it happens, Corey will try and take everything, and she will use the baby against him. I don't know about Carmen using the baby against him, but I definitely see that if him and Carmen broke up, I really feel like he would try to take everything from Carmen the same way Chris did Queen. I can put everything on it. I believe you. I feel like they should have never moved in together in the first place. They barely knew each other. Yes, DeMarie, and that was the problem. Like, they didn't even know each other, and they moving in and thinking that something is like about to just sit there, and you know, they probably did rock, paper, scissors without Corey and Carmen. I just highly doubt, Cynthia Mac, that Carmen and Corey, just because the way Corey tried to say the situation was like, oh my God, like we didn't know anything. Like they just sat there and moved into the house. They showed us a video of the house and then they moved into the house and da da da. You didn't have to move into the house, baby. You had to have signed your name on a lease to even be in the house or as an occupant or like, I just don't buy the story that he told. King said whoever would pay more can get the master bedroom, and they agreed, but it all got switched up. Corey is very controlling about everything, even Carmen, and he treats her like a child most of the time. Watch my words, they will not be together for a long time. That might be true because Corey said they moved in last. At first, I was thinking Airy should have gotten the master because she has a living child. I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying to make sense here. Okay, she has a child. Her baby is 2, and she had the most subs. Yeah, but Airy should have got a 2-bedroom apartment in Houston. I really think that, but you know, Daniel didn't even stay with her in the first place. So I think that was her plan all along, that Daniel wasn't going to stay with her. And then I also feel like the way Airy went into the house was wrong. I feel like if you have a child, you know, if you have a child and he's so young like that, which he's impressionable and stuff, you have to watch what men you bring around him. So if you and Trey are moving into the house as love interests, as people who are digging each other, that's the wrong way to move into a house with the child in the first place. Now, if she moved into the house with Daniel and her and Trey were just friends all around, they weren't looking at each other like how they was looking at each other, that's fine. But the way that, you know, I would have much rather Daniel not be there either, just because her and Trey, you know, was feeling each other up on moving into the house. I feel like Corey just used them to get more subscribers and then he moved on. Maybe, Sienna. Chris is toxic and hopefully Parker will eventually gain common sense and leave before she becomes a product of him. Chris and Corey are one of the same. Y'all, let me see. My phone is about to die. Let me read these last comments really quick. Chris is toxic. Okay, I read that. Chris and Corey are one of the same, narcissistic and materialistic. Near her family who can support her baby and her. I love the fact that you're not biased, unlike TNK. You see stuff from both sides. Thank you so much, Kimberlexia. I feel as though Corey forgot who really helped him get to a meal, right? Parker blocks everyone, especially if you come in on all to y'all shade or shade room teams. I see. Because, like, I rarely even come in about them and stuff. And then I'm looking like Parker really blocked me. Airy's new song is okay. She could sing, but the song is decent for her first one. There's always room for improvement. I do agree with that. I think that Airy should also try to get vocal lessons to just strengthen her gift of song. Supposedly Carmen and Corey got married. Yeah, I did see that. Let's talk about how Corey doesn't ever see his son. Y'all, we got all these comments. My phone is about to die. Love you guys. I'm going to have to get off. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can take screenshots and then I can come back on here. Or I can, let's just see. Laura, I tried to take a screenshot, and I'm going to try to see if I can take a screenshot of the rest of the comments, you guys. And then I'm going to find a way to answer you guys' questions. Let's see. Or we can get back on live probably tomorrow. Because it's probably going to be easier for me to get back on live than try to upload all these videos on all the stuff that I missed. Okay, I took some screenshots. All right, good night, you guys. Good night, good night, good night. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We've been on here for 2 hours, y'all. No wonder my phone is about to die. All right, I need to go check on my daughter anyway. But, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And I love you guys. Remember to hashtag stay confident, stay positive. And I love you guys. Good night.